Guys, only one more day. You just gotta wait one more day to the final episode of Comics and Beer for 2024. And this is gonna be the big holiday giveaway episode. We're gonna have our little Christmas tree. Stephanie's obviously gonna be on the live stream with me. There'll be 4 giveaways. One at the 15-minute mark, one at the half an hour mark, one at the 45-minute mark, and we'll end the show with the final giveaway. I honestly don't know what we're going to be giving away, but it's going to be fun and exciting, and you guys have a chance to win things, which is going to be absolutely really fun for you guys. So make sure you guys are tuning in tomorrow, December 20th of 2024 at 9 p.m. Eastern, and we're just going to have so much fun. An hour-long show. Come have a holiday beverage with us, and just, yeah, have an opportunity to win some stuff. So that is it. That is the quick reminder before we dive into this week's Final Order Cutoff highlights video. What is going on, comic book fans? Welcome back to the channel, and like I just said like 10 seconds ago, welcome back for another Final Order Cutoff highlights video. This is the video where I take a look at every single book on this weekend's Final Order Cutoff, which, let's be honest, there is no Marvel or DC book, so it's only independent titles on this weekend's Final Order Cutoff. So this week was a little light, but I check out all the covers. I look at all the new number ones, read all the synopsises, and try to find any books that I think you guys don't want to miss out on, or any covers that you guys don't want to pass up. Or if there is something for speculation, I tell you guys about it, so that way you guys can buy the books ahead of time, not on New Comic Book Day, no, ahead of time, and save up to 35% off the cover price of these non-ratio books, which who doesn't want that, especially if you're going to speculate on a book, or if you're on a budget, you can save 35% off the cover price of a book, and that's just 35% more that you can spend on other books. And it all just, like, you know, accumulates to more savings, and you guys get more books, and who doesn't want more comic books? So that's what this video is all about. Now, a couple reminders before we dive into the meat of the show, which is, this video most likely is going to be pretty short because there's only 9 cover letter picks and 1 new number 1. And there is a book that's like very loosely speculative, but you guys will have to do your own research. So let's go ahead and cover these reminders. First up is you guys have to do your own research. That is the most important thing that I could tell you guys. If you guys are doing your own research, there are 2 places I suggest you check before you order any books for this weekend's Final Order Cutoff. And the first place is the Comic Book Frontier. It is a Facebook group run by my good friend Al. Link down in the description below to that Facebook group. He's an amazing Final Order Cutoff speculator as well as New Comic Book Day speculator. Now, the other thing is coverprice.com. Fantastic website, and they have an article written every single week by Lefteros. He also has his own Instagram, and he is also a fantastic Final Order Cutoff speculator, and also New Comic Book Day. They're both great at both of those. So check those places. All those links are down in the description below before you finalize any orders for this weekend's Final Order Cutoff. And this weekend's Final Order Cutoff, since we're talking about it, is December 23rd of 2024 at 5 p.m. Eastern. So if you guys are going to pre-order any of these books, you have until that date in time to get your pre-orders in. Now, last but not least, guys, I record this video early. Today is Thursday, December 19th, and it is 9:12 p.m. Eastern. I am in DC Marvel, even though there are no books from DC and Marvel on this weekend's Final Order Cutoff. And all the independent publishers have until tomorrow, December 20th at 5 p.m. Eastern to lock in what books are going to be on this weekend's Final Order Cutoff. So that means they can add or remove books after I record this video. Again, do your own research. There might be a book that's added that's amazing. There might be a book that is removed, and then we'll just, continue on to next week's Final Order Cutoff, or whenever they put that book back on Final Order Cutoff. But I think those are all my reminders. Yeah, I think that's it. That's everything for today. So let's not waste any more time. Do not forget about tomorrow's big live stream, the Christmas episode for Comics and Beer, 9 p.m. Eastern, tomorrow the 20th. It's going to be a ton of fun. But yeah, let's go ahead and dive into this week's Final Order Cutoff cover letter picks. Now, with no DC or Marvel comics available for this weekend's final order cutoff, it was up to the independents to really bring the pizzazz, to bring the gorgeous artwork to these covers. And I did find 9 covers that I think are true cover lover picks. And some of them I think are standing out a little bit more than normal because there aren't those like, DC bangers and Marvel bangers, and you can really focus on these really cool independent covers. So let's go ahead and dive right in. First one up is the House of Slaughter issue number 29. Now this is the cover F. It's a 1:15 ratio variant. Now what is on League of Comic Geeks right now does not have a trade dress, but I think it's going to have a trade dress because there is a cover 8, which is a 1:25 virgin ratio variant, and this cover is done by Derek Chu. Now with the 1:25 being a virgin, it makes me think that the cover F will have a trade dress on it, but I think this cover is really cool. Now next up is Arcbound issue number 3 with the cover B variant done by Dan Panosian. I think it's gorgeous. The only thing that's a little weird to me, these little nubs, they look like skin nubs, like hanging off her arm. It's pretty gross, but the rest of her is really nice to look at. Next up, In Bloom issue number 2 with the cover B and the cover C 1:10 virgin ratio variant done by Ariel Olivetti. I want to say that's how it's pronounced, but this cover is just gorgeous. It's creepy. It's got tons of horror vibes, but it does feel like this belongs in the Last of Us TV show because it kind of looks like he's growing mushroom type things. So is In Bloom kind of like a lift from Last of Us, that TV show and that video game, that's on HBO or Max, whatever you want to call it now. But either way, this cover is really, really cool. Guys, next up, this is for my boy Ghost in the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, you guys should be joining. Now, I am not a big tentacle guy. I'm really not. But this is Minky Woodcock, The Girl Called Cthulhu, issue number 4, the cover D nude variant done by Claudia. I don't even know how to pronounce that last name. But this cover, it definitely stands out to me. When you compare it to the other 3 covers for this, they were fine. They were okay. But this one, it's just, there's something different about it. It's really cool. It's not the fact that it's a nude variant at all. I really like the line work and the coloring. I just think it's a really cool cover. And I don't think this would have stood out if Marvel and DC had their normal books on FOC and I was looking at some Amazing Spider-Man and some Rogue or whatever covers that are out there normally for DC and Marvel, but this cover, it is pretty freaking cool. Ghost, I'm sure you already pre-ordered this, but just in case you didn't, there you go. All right, guys, next up is Godfather of Hell, issue number 2 with the cover A, done by Pius Bach. It's just really nice. I think the coloring, the line work, everything about this, the composition, even the text layout, everything about this cover is really good. And there's a beautiful girl on the cover. You can't go wrong with that. Next up is a great cover, and this is for a book that I know nothing about. It's the Deadly Trio, Doomslayer, issue number 1, with the wraparound variant done by Ben Caldwell. I'm a huge fan of Ben Caldwell. I've been a fan of his for a very long time. At New York Comic Con, I paid for a sketch of Green Arrow and Black Canary. It's gorgeous. It's up on the wall. I'll take a picture and put it up on screen now so that way you guys can see it. I just love the way this guy draws and colors and does everything, and I think this cover is really cool. This is, I believe, a Coffin Comics book, and it's written by Jimmy Polito and that whole group of characters, or not characters, creators over at Coffin Comics. So if you're into that kind of stuff, you might want to pick this up. I'm going to pick up this cover because I just think it's freaking gorgeous. 3 more covers. Next up, Book of Cutter, issue number 1, the cover F, which is the FOC reveal variant. But the interesting thing about this is that I use previews, which is linked down in the description below, for some cover lover searching and book searching, and they don't have an artist listed for this book. So I don't know who the artist is. There is a signature on it. I'll blow up the signature so maybe some of you guys can let me know who the artist is on this book, because I think this cover is really cool. Next up, Trample, the one-shot, the cover B variant done by Ivan Tao. This book is going to be about elephants or Africa or something like that, but this elephant looks absolutely badass, and the coloring, I think this cover is just really, really cool. Now, the final cover that I like is Lilith, issue number 3, the cover D variant, which is the 1:25 virgin ratio variant done by Chris Sheehan. And it is just really nice. There is a trade dress version of this, but for some reason it distracts from this itself, the artwork. And the artwork is really, really beautiful. It's not an over sexualized woman. I mean, she is just wearing kind of like a bikini. She has a thing on her leg. like a lace thing. So nice. It's like really, really nice, but it's not like super slutty, but it's slutty enough to catch my eye. But it's good. It's really, really good. And it's a 1 in 20. I said 1 in 25, but I believe it's 1 in 20. I'll correct myself on the screen while I'm editing. But guys, those are all my cover lover picks for this weekend's Final Order Cutoff. Now, I would highly suggest going over to League of Comic Geeks, filtering to Final Order Cutoff, going to this weekend and checking out all the covers. Because like I always say, I'm picking out my favorites, but there might be a cover that you guys see that is absolutely gorgeous to you that I did not put on this list. So make sure you guys are going there, checking out all the covers, and then pre-order them so that way you can save up to that 35%. Who doesn't want to do that? Why am I whispering? I don't know. All right, guys. There is a book that has a little bit of speculation in it, in my opinion. We'll talk about it in just a second. But it's also the new #1 that I think you guys shouldn't pass up. So we're going to go ahead and mix the last section, which is the books to read, and speculation all at the same time. So let's go ahead and find out what this new #1 that has a little bit of speculation is. Do you guys like the book Something is Killing the Children? Because I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite ongoing series right now. The second big story arc was not as good as the first, but it was still amazing. Erica Slaughter is this character that I fell in love with, and I just want to know more about her and her path and where she's going and what's going to happen to her. She's such a cool character. In the world of Something is Killing Children is amazing, and James Tynion IV and Werther Dell'Edera are continuing to expand this amazing universe, and we're getting a one-shot. It's called The Book of Cutter issue #1, which there's only going to be one because it's an official one-shot. But let's go ahead and read the synopsis for this book. As it crosses the 5th year anniversary, the Slaughterverse unveils one of its darkest chapters yet in this oversized one-shot exploring a brand new facet of mythos of monsters and the ones who hunt them. Maxine Slaughter, a former pack hunter who renounced her white mask to take up the black for the Order of St. George, journeys to Europe to seek out House Cutter and their mysterious ways. The Eisner Award-winning team of iconic writer James Tynion IV and legendary artist Werther Dell'Edera and the acclaimed colorist Michael Montero close out 5 years of nightmares with this pivotal entry in the blockbuster horror saga. Now, this is a 96-page book, so it's a big fatty, and it's going to cost you $9.99 for the cover A. In some of the variants, obviously ratio books are going to be, however much, the stores want to charge for them, but there is a little bit of speculation because we know that Something is Killing the Children has been optioned. It's been optioned for a while, but there was some buzz earlier in the year of 2024 where James Tynion IV posted a script for episode 1. So we know there is actual movement towards getting this produced. And if this does hit the big screen, or I should say small screen, at some point and it takes off, there's already so much buzz around this that, issue #1s of Something is Killing Children are still selling for like a nice high. And I think this universe could just grow and grow. And in this book, it does say a brand new facet of mythos of monsters and those who hunt them. So there should be a bunch of first appearances in this book. So I don't know if these first appearances will be important of any kind. There's actually also no guarantee that we're going to get a first appearance, but it does sound like Maxine Slaughter. I haven't read House of Slaughter, but is this Maxine Slaughter's first appearance? If not, I think when she goes to the House of Cutter, there'll be a lot of House of Cutter first appearances, and they could be important on the TV show at some point. Who knows? Maybe later in the series, as the series goes on and it grows and grows. I don't know. First appearances most likely are going to happen in this. I think it sounds really cool, and again, I just love the Something is Killing the Children universe. It's like definitely one of my favorite comic books that I read every single month when it comes out. And that is the #1 that I think you guys should consider picking up this week, because if you're into Something is Killing the Children, you will not want to miss out on this book. All right, guys. That is it. That is it for this video. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and wrap this video up. We are at the end of today's video. This is probably one of the shortest videos I think I've ever created, because, there was no DC or Marvel on this weekend's Final Order Cutoff. And it's nice to have a nice short video. For you guys, for me, for everyone in the world, there's just so much happiness because we're getting close to the big day, the big holiday. And we're also getting really close to this week's Comics and Beer tomorrow, December 20th, 9 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, sorry. Giveaway episode, guys. 4 giveaways. 4 chances to win something. And we're not going to say if you win one, you can't win another. So you could win 4 things if you're really fast at answering questions. So that's all you got to do. Tune in. 4 chances. It's going to be a ton of fun. So that is the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did enjoy it, please smash that like button. If you guys like that video and you enjoy current comic book content or looking at books in the future, that type of content, like final order cutoff, previews, just, you know, I like looking into the future and talking about all the cool things that are gonna happen in the comic book, like, you know, 2 comic books for us. It's what I really enjoy. I love reading current comics and talking about the future of them because it's just really cool. All right, I'm rambling. Hope you guys have a great weekend, a great final order cutoff. I'll see you tomorrow night on Comics and Beer, and then I won't see you guys again until the new year. So have a great new year, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow night. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.